So what is Stripe.com? Well, Stripe.com or just Stripe is a payment gateway plus a merchant processor. And basically what that means in simple terms is that you can take credit cards directly online on your from your website. And the amazing thing about it is it's free. PayPal's definition of free, meaning that you don't have to pay a monthly fee, but you would still have to pay the 2.99% plus 30 cents of every transaction, which in big scheme of things, it's not a whole lot, unless you're just doing massive quantities. But here's the difference between Stripe and PayPal. When you accept credit cards directly, somebody that would go on your website would just fill out a credit card form at the checkout, versus if you're accepting it through the PayPal's free service, you will be redirected to PayPal's website and they'll know that you're using PayPal. Now PayPal also has a paid version, which is where you can take credit cards directly once their website payments pro and the others PayFlow Pro for their larger customers. But you will have to pay a $30 per month thing on top of those fees. So that's one of the things I really like about Stripe, is that it's free, breaks away from that model. Now let me explain to you why, in my opinion, Stripe.com is probably one of the most revolutionary things to come about and surface as far as payment gateways are concerned. Because in the past, now Stripe breaks this whole paradigm shift, and I love just paradigm shifts, because it's like out with the old, in with the new, and I love that because all the old guys with old money move out of the way so I can come through, kind of deal. With Stripe, or before Stripe came about, the way that you would take credit cards on your website would be you would need a payment gateway, a payment processor, also known as a merchant account. Merchant processor, those are other terms that they use, but it's the same thing as a payment processor, as well as a payment gateway. Now what a payment processor or merchant account is you would sign up through, usually it's a company that is affiliated with a larger bank. So it could be National Payment Services or American Bank Card or one of those services. And you have to fill out this form. Usually it takes 1 to 2 weeks, sometimes a little bit earlier, for you to complete the application process. On top of that, there's usually a $25 monthly minimum that you have to cover, as well as a typically 2-year contract. And if you break that contract, the fees are kind of similar to what the cell phone companies would charge you to break a contract. Now that's just one component. The other component is you need the payment gateway, and as a metaphor, it might not be called a metaphor, but whatever it's called, figure of speech comparison. The payment gateway is kind of like a credit card machine. You can have the credit card machine, but you still need the credit card service, which is the payment processor or merchant account. So the payment gateway, it's like a credit card machine for other payments through the website. The most common and most popular one is Authorized.net, but the thing with Authorized.net is that they charge a one-time $99 setup fee. Sometimes that can be waived depending on who, if you're going through one of the resellers, as well as paying a monthly fee of $15 to $18 or $20 per month. And they take 10 cents per transaction on top of the 10, 15, or 20 or whatever cent that your payment gateway is, or your payment processor is charging you. So basically, all in all, you're paying around $25 to $40 per month, even if you're not processing or making any sales, which really sucks. So Stripe.com says no contracts, you have to pay the monthly cost and all of that. We'll make it simple for you. Signing up, basically, it's pretty instantaneous. I think they do like a 1 day just to verify everything. And there's no contracts or any of that for you to break and pay a penalty cost if your venture doesn't work out. So that's the beauty of Stripe.com. Now, how would you use Stripe.com? Because if you've gone to the website, it's kind of geared, the verbiage is geared towards developers, so it might not be the most user friendly as far as for you, the business owner or the entrepreneur, if you're reading through that. Basically, the way you would accept payments through it is you would need some kind of e-commerce platform. So if you want to accept credit cards directly, you could do that. You would just need some kind of software in between, such as wp-ecommerce if you're in the web hosting or consulting business. I believe Courtbee has a plugin for Stripe.com as well to accept payments through that. And Courtbee is a billing software that a lot of creative agencies and freelancers use. But for the majority of business owners, I would say you're probably selling services and goods through some kind of e-commerce store platform. Now, all of these major e-commerce softwares, Magento, WooCommerce, which is my favorite one, probably wp-ecommerce, Shopify, all these major e-commerce platforms have plugins, extensions, modules, whatever these software vendors like to call them these days, to support accepting payment through Stripe.com. And once you plug that in, you can take credit cards directly, and you don't have to deal with all of the BS that you had to go through just even 2-3 years ago. And the great thing also is that even you don't have to just be in the US to use Stripe.com. I think they expand to UK and a bunch of other countries as well. So they're probably one of my favorite payment processors / payment gateways, and I have been recommending them to all of my clients. So hopefully you found this overview of what Stripe is, how where it fits into place as far as credit card processing, on the internet, as well as how it's used. So if you found this helpful, please like my video. Oh, also before you do that, if you have an e-commerce website or anything and you need help setting up Stripe, feel free to send me an email. Currently our hourly rate is $75 per hour, probably no more than 1 or 2 hours. So if you need help, feel free to shoot me an email with that. Other than that, if you found this video helpful, subscribe to my channel, like this video, go on my website, yanhuang.me, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Google Plus, and all that great stuff. And if you want to leave a comment or something, feel free to. I love those. Other than that, hopefully you found it helpful.